Alright, awesome. And we're back. And Ace injects himself with some Super Beta. Let's see, which door are we going to go through? Guys, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna save and I'm gonna be right back. Alright, this freaking fly, but get the fuck out of here. Okay guys, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's go to door number 3. This is gonna get intense, so pay attention. I wanna go through door number 3. No. Now! You can't. Huh? Why? Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves to 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3. Why? I don't know if you guys remember from last time, but in order to have the minimal sacrifices as possible, we had to split up into very specific teams in order to go to door 7 or 8. In other words, 7 and 8 cannot be together, neither can 3 and 4. Alright? Or 5 and 6 for that matter. So, right now we're going to go to number 3, and that's going to totally put all of that shit aside, and it's going to disregard everything. So we'll see how this happens. Why? The bracelets number for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that go through door number 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door. I see. That means 1 team would get left behind. That's right. You a smart motherfucker. That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8. No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Sad began to explain. Plan A. Go through door 7 with 3, 5, 8 and go through door 8 with 4, 6, 7. Plan B. Go through door number 7 with 4, 5, 7 and go through door 8 with 3, 6, 8. Or plan C. Go through door 7 with 3, 6, 7 and go through door 8 with 4, 5, and 8. As you can see guys, 3, 5, and 3, 5, and 6 can never be with 4, 7, and 8. They always have to be on different paths if we want the most minimal sacrifices. Those are our only 3 options. That's it. At least we want to get all 6 of us out of here. That was when Junpei realized. Plan A divided into 2 teams. 3, 5, 8 and 4, 6, 7. Plan B divides into 2 teams. 4, 5, 7 and 3, 6, 8. Plan C divides into 2 teams. 3, 6, 7 and 4, 5, 8. There was one thing that they all had in common. Every single combination, 5 and 6, were never on the same team. In other words, if all 6 people were to move forward, Junpei and Jun would be separated. Oh wait, I'm not doing that voice. Okay, sorry. It took me forever to realize Jun and Junpei had been friends when they were kids. He trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. If he chose 7 or 8, he'd be taken away from her. Was that something that he was prepared to do? Let's find out. A 1, a 2, 3, crunch. Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8, time to choose. Junpei thought hard. After thinking it over, his conclusion was, wait a second, I've never done these before. You know what? Hold up a second. Guys, I want to check this out too, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do this as a bonus. I'll see. If it becomes different, I'll record over and I'll put it as a bonus. But for now, let's take the risk. Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go to door number 3. What? That's nuts! You gotta be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door? I'm just special. Junpei paused. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say. I'm just curious about door 3, that's all. That doesn't explain shit. I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it for you if you just come with me. With that, he began walking toward the door. The curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself it wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Ooh, mysterious. Eventually they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped. I'm curious about the RED. 7, would you mind authenticating it for me? Huh? Why? Please, just do it. Oh man. He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner. Happy? Oh no, wait, that's not a... Oh right, I forgot about his voice. Yeah, thanks. The number 7 had been entered into the RED. Next is June. Please touch the RED just like 7 did. Junpei, what are you trying to figure out? Junpei thought about his answer for a moment. I think I might have found another way out. Huh? What? Really? That's got them excited. Okay, just as Junpei had intended. Now please, June. Okay. 7 plus 6 plus 13. It's 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. With those two numbers in the RED, Junpei had just what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner and the third asterisk blinked on. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Alright. The only people who haven't authenticated are now Santa, Clover, and Lotus. So, what's your point? You don't get it? Think about it. What's the sum of your number in Clover's? 12. And what's the digital root of that? 3. Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the RED? 7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right? Yes. And what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that? 3? The door's number. There you go. Hey, wait a minute! What the hell are you up to? I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa. Or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting. Oh man! Junpei, you fucking bastard! No way this guy did that. At first I was like, wow, what a fucking clever son of a bitch. Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever. You son of a bitch! You tricked us! Then all that stuff you were going on about was all bullshit. Bullshit? I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figure out another way to get out of here? This is it. Why the hell would you do something like this? Junpei glanced at June. Junpei, you did this just so you could go through the same door as June? That's it? Santa was furious. His face was red, and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Oh my god. In a grand thief! Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again. So, who's it gonna be? Santa or Lotus and Clover? Shit! Oh my god. We're going! Clover! Oh man, epic! Lotus leapt forward. He grabbed Clover by the sleeve. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei in the door. Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Interesting. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover. No! Wait! Santa did not hesitate. He slammed his head down on the RED. A matter of survival. This is insane! This isn't right! He glanced at Junpei, his chest heaving. Well, yes. You may be right. Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort. He turned the RED and pulled the lever. Oh shit. With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain for 9 seconds. There was no time to think. Go! Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth, one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all-too-familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. The detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door. They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the RED. The defeated and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed, and they were gone. God damn. You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair! Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning cracking in his eye and his knuckles white. Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there and they can't shut it. That's enough. It hadn't been Junpei that spoke with 7. We gotta find the DEAD or none of this is gonna matter. The clock was ticking. The DEAD was the only chance of survival. Unless they could find and deactivate the detonators, the 4 of them would be... We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around, get moving! They scattered and began to scour the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found. Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but everyone was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door. There! 7 ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled. Good grief. The room inside was pitch black. They could see nothing beyond the small patch of light that spilled through the doorway. Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room. Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall. I found it! The DAD's right over here! He stepped into the room. Oh yeah, same thing. And nearly fell down. The floor was slippery. Oh my god. What? He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was... Hey! What the hell are you doing? Get over there! Junpei felt 7's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. Oh shit. The other 3 piled in behind them. You guys know what happens now. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that can be easily identified. Only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so. Quick! Get to the DEAD! They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was a tiny red light blinking at them. Oh my god, blinking at them over and over and over. Then finally, suddenly, they were there. In quick succession, they all slammed their hands against the scanner panel. Bling, bling. Click. Wow, what a fucking rush. Okay, stop. Okay, 7 leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted. It stopped! It stopped! Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face. What the... Ugh! The sound of retching came from Santa's direction. What the hell is this smell? This is vile! I'm gonna puke! So desperate they had been in their race to the DEAD that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burned, rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose and every breath he took. He felt his stomach clench, and bile rised up from his throat. In his throat. Ew, that's gross. I hate bile. Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here. The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, 7 walked toward it. He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers toward the switch. Oh shit, I see blood. There was a soft click as the lights came on. It had scarcely faded when another noise pierced the air. A scream. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of oh god. I'm not gonna read this, guys, I'm sorry. You read it. Oh. Ooh. Fuck. Hey, 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 hey. Looks like an explosion. Seven's voice was low and strained. Just like the ninth man, the detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut. Anyway, guys, this is all the time that I have, so I'll see y'all later. Peace.